Hello, all. Welcome to Black Girl in the World. If you don't know me, you will. And if you do, welcome back. Amazing to have y'all here with me and present. Today, I am having a Kiki moment because my friend is here with me today. Oh my
Hi.
gosh. We have here today a woman of culture. She is my go-to when it comes on to all things pop culture. Just just finished her associate's degree and moving on to bigger and better things. And I'm super proud. Chanel, how are you today?
Oh, you didn't have to give me such a big introduction, but I loved it. I'm doing well. I'm just now going into my new step in life. Very much my new step, which I got accepted to the University of Georgia.
Yeah.
So that is my next big move until University of Texas says otherwise.
I am so proud of you. That's amazing. Going back to your roots, I see if Texas doesn't say anything.
Yeah. I got accepted to Bowie, University of Maryland, and accepted to UNLV, Texas Southern, and that's just pretty much it. I'm just waiting for University of Texas to say I got in or didn't, because now they're stalling at this point.
Do we have to make a visit?
It seems like it. It seems like that's what we have to do. It seems like we have to pull up.
I honestly feel like they're gonna accept you. You're amazing. You're competent. So I believe that. And
I hope so.
I honestly just feel like wherever you go is gonna be amazing, and they'll be wonderful and happy to have you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
No problem. So Chanel, do you know why I brought you here?
Yes, I do. That's the main reason why I'm here.
Why did I bring you here? What are we going to be talking about?
We're going to be talking about the best creation that God has ever given Black women. Wattpad.
Yes, ma'am. We are going to be talking about Wattpad. I just feel like people don't really be talking about Wattpad that much.
I feel like when we were younger and middle school and early high school, this was a great conversation. This could have been had, but now that we're adults, I guess it's not really a thing anymore.
I agree. Maybe they feel like we're too old for fan fiction. So let me give you guys a little bit of some history of Wattpad in my experience. So with Wattpad, okay, there wasn't a lot of stories published where you can find very interesting, interactive, celebrity-based stories. It could be about romance, it could be about crime, it could be about so many different things. And I feel like so many fans love these celebrities, artists, whoever has a certain amount of people in their fan base. They create these stories combining maybe band members. Maybe it would be a particular artist that they really like with another one. They're hopefully they can collab or something. So they write these stories, and they're so interesting. Regular people like us, making these published looking stories and posting them for free. It's so beautiful because who would have thought, I won't lie, back then, some of the books that came out were kind of boring because none of the characters you can really appeal to. You didn't really put a name to a face.
Right.
And just to see a guy maybe Ron Flynn, a guy that people really, really love and post. You see him in a story and just that's my guy.
It's beautiful. I remember when Wattpad in 2013 was so it was so nice because it wasn't as polished as it was today. Like, that's the beauty of how like Wattpad was, where anybody could just do anything as long as they like rated their thing, like rated their stories appropriately.
Right.
Then you won't get like dehumanized or whatever. Like, it could be as explicit or as clean as you wanted. Multimedia was on the right side of the page, and it didn't have any advertisements.
None.
No advertisements, and
nobody was getting paid.
You didn't have to pay to read stories. I don't know what the hell that's about. But that's like the most weirdest thing I've ever heard. Like, since when do you have to pay for something that's been free? Like, what? Wattpad? What is this?
Yeah, it honestly broke my heart to see me, because like we disappeared from Wattpad. Okay, Chanel and I both, like, we really dipped, and I feel like a lot of people now look at Wattpad as oh, I remember those times, you know, fun memories, wonderful memories. And just recently, we downloaded it back, started looking at the new stories, and all of a sudden, some of them are free and others are paid stories. And it broke my heart. It really did, because I'm like, I mean, with their published, you know, their published authors now, these stories are really good. So of course, I don't mind them getting paid because they deserve it. Like, you can't just be making this content for millions and thousands and millions of people and not get paid. But I guess this is one of those things where it's like, dang, I don't want to pay. Like, I just want to sit here and read like an innocent little child like I used to be, just reading these romance fan fictions and minding like I don't want to pay money. I could go to the library.
You said innocent, quote unquote, because you know what we were doing when we were reading these so-called stories.
Listen, I was innocent going into it, okay?
I was innocent going into it too. I didn't understand. I felt so turned out when I was on Wattpad, because I was just like, this is such a new thing. Like, they were talking about sex and drugs. I was just like, oh my goodness.
And money, and they made the main character this gentle, innocent beauty queen, and she meets this bad boy.
Oh, honey.
Goes into the neighborhood. The father doesn't like him.
Oh, honey, it's something about it. It's something about it. Like, let me tell you something.
Oh my gosh.
There's this one book that I actually still read from time to time, and it's called Understanding. Oh wait, hold on. I think it's called Understanding Is Only the Beginning, and it's a Teen Mindless After Dark movie. No, my bad. It's called You Think You Understand. It's a Teen Mindless After Dark book with Princeton as the love interest. Let me tell y'all something. I was so in tune with that book. It don't even make sense, because like Princeton was a bully, right? He was a bully, and the main character was like the girl who was getting bullied by him, but he actually ended up liking her. And I was just, it's for like a kid, like for a middle schooler. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. I was tuned the fuck in.
Listen, I feel like they go heavy with books like that in terms of the person being a bully and like hurting that girl's feelings. And you know what else they love doing? They love that my brother's best friend thing. They sure do.
Hey, yo, you don't know how many times I've scrolled past your name, because it'll be like YN or YN in love with my brother's best friend, or something like that, or in love with my best friend's brother, or I'm in love with my bully, or whatever. I was just like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
If I ever wonder where toxic came from, it was definitely from reading these Wattpad stories. Just straight from toxic.
I don't know what to say. It was just so much. And okay, since we're talking about so much, share with them the recent book that we done finished.
Right, y'all. So let me tell you about this book, okay? Because I've been talking to Sheikah's head off about it for a couple of days. It's called Pimp, right? You would think it's about like a girl. You would think it would be about a girl falling in love with a pimp, right? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, are you wrong? Because you don't know where this book is gonna go. It was turmoil, drama at its finest, plot twists every turn, and it was beautiful. Described the description, the dialogue, the intensity. Oh my goodness, the characters, like you really feel for these characters. It's just something about it. It's a 15 out of 10 for me. Like,
there was so many plot twists. Like it wasn't just one where it's like, like every turn was a.
Every chapter, it was something new. Every chapter. Especially towards the end, I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I'm thinking they would have had a sequel, and apparently not. I'm just like, excuse me, ma'am.
The way that it ended wasn't even right. I even commented it in the thing. I said, girl, you better get your ass back on this thing and give me this damn sequel. I'm not playing with you. This is disrespectful. It's very disrespectful.
What in the world? I was like, what is going on?
It didn't even make no sense, because why would you end it like that? Knowing how I feel about this book, Miss Thing, you sat here and you just ended off like just whatever. Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen to the main characters. Like, that's really crazy to me. She deserves to go to jail for that. To jail.
Not to jail. We need her for the second book. I feel like they can't end it like that. It just won't make sense.
Execution.
Need some closure. I need some. And like, I was really scared about this book, y'all, okay? Because when it comes on to pimps, like, I was super scared. And I remember going to Chanel after the first chapter, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. I was like, I'm not sure if this book is right for me. I just don't want this person to be romanticized. And she was like, it's okay. Like, I know that you may not feel comfortable. Not a lot of people may feel, comfortable about the book, but, feel free to just read if you're, if you want to. So I was like, okay, sounds like a plan. And I did, and I don't regret it, because I was like, okay, well, he's not romanticized. That's great.
And the thing was, I even told her, I said, if you can get past this first chapter, you can get past the whole book. And she did. Like, for me, it was so, because I was just reading it, and it starts off pretty decent, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, whatever. Then it just went left, and I was just like, wait a minute. Like, I even had to close the app for like 5 minutes, and then I came back. I was just like, I need to see what the hell goes on after this. Came back, it continued to be a clusterfuck of actions. And then I was just like, I gotta read this book. And I finished it in less than 3 days. The best decision I've ever made on Wattpad thus far.
Honestly, like, over time, I honestly had to give myself a good, I would say maybe either half the week or the whole week, because I was waking up reading it, in the shower reading it,
okay,
putting on my clothes reading it, before I went to work reading it, mad that I had to go to work because I wanted to finish. I was so upset. I was like, this book is so interesting. Going back home before I took a nap, I was reading it, waking up reading it. Like, I was really taking my time reading that book. And I honestly have to say that it was extremely interesting to see how she's created the characters. And even though the characters are really good, you know, those are some likable people in that book. Like Kofi's in it. Woo! My goodness. She couldn't make me hate that man though. She could not. I'm sorry. I was like, that's a good looking fellow right there. And he's also good looking outside. I can't hate you though. I can't.
It just made me so upset. Like, why would they do that?
I know. I was just like, oh my goodness.
It just made me so upset because I was on the fence about his character. Okay, I was on the fence about his character. His character was so, like, because of the business that they were doing, like they were pimping women. I was like, I can't stand y'all for what y'all do. If this was a drug cartel, okay, that's fine. You know, I can get through that. But y'all out here missing women. These women are missing. And y'all are casually going on about y'all business about it. You know what? Cool. It is what it is. Whatever. But his character was evil from the get-go. Just evil. And it was such a disappointment finding out about his evil ass. Because I was just like, wow. You really like this, huh? It's crazy.
It really hit home for me. I'm not gonna even lie. It didn't, but
I was gonna say that it hit home.
It was just like it hit home in terms of why is my baby being portrayed this way? Like,
honestly, because why would y'all do that?
I don't understand.
Of all people, you could have. And let me tell y'all something. Me being single now, I am looking for one man in my life, and it's because of this book, okay? And his name, I'm looking for this guy. His name is Egypt. If you not coming like Egypt from the book, I don't want you, okay? If you not cut like Egypt.
Yes, Egypt. Yes, ma'am.
That was a man.
Egypt was a good man. Egypt. He looked good in the book. That man cooked. He cleaned. He was just all around amazing. Always there for the characters. Like.
And he laid down the pipe. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I cannot with you, but you're absolutely right though. My goodness, the way how shook she was like, hold on a second. I know this is not the picture he took, not him. Not him.
Okay. And just for our viewers to like kind of understand what we're talking about, I will give you like the name of the book and the author. It is Pimp, P-I-M-P, written by T. That's WRITTENBYTEE. So I advise y'all to like check that out because it's so good.
Yeah,
like a page turner for real.
It was really a page turner. The ads were no problem with this book. It was completed to the T. Like, it was a really good book. You would never believe like what's like, honestly, the way how she made the book is as if you couldn't trust anybody in the book. Like, it was okay, well, we're building up the characters, and then after a while it's like, I don't know who to trust at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone has a different story. Everyone's like, has a different story. Everyone's going through different things. Everyone has a motive. So it's like, wow, not only is there a sprinkle of romance in it, there's also like mystery in a way.
Yeah.
Like, you could almost say I wouldn't call it a thriller, but I would say it's definitely a lot of questionable things. It's not just romance. They're not romanticizing the characters like that at all. Sex is involved, but it's not the primary reason for this book. It's definitely more to it. Mm-hmm.
It's like so many layers to this story, which is probably why I like it so much, because it's not like it's just set on one thing. It's set on the character, like the main character, but it's also set on different things. Like you learn certain things as you go in this book. Like it's not like you get everything, you know everything, and then you see where life goes on from there. Like you really don't know nothing, if we're being honest, because everything's like revealed at the very end. You think you know about this character, but oh baby, just you wait. You just wait.
You wait and see. That's how I feel with this book too. It is honestly like, wow.
It is very much everything.
It's truly amazing though, just to see that, as we said again, you create a book from known people and have this plot. It's like, that could have been a movie. That could have been a really good movie.
That could have been a damn television show.
I'm telling you.
I would have invested in that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Series. That would have been nice. Like, there was a lot of layers to it. So since we love Kofi so much, I decided that I wanted to check another book out and share it with Chanel, and it's called Talk to Me. This book, it's pretty. It was more relaxed than Pimp.
Mm-hmm.
And it also had our girl Ryan Destiny in it as well. What do you think?
So far, it's pretty decent. Like, I don't know, because I'm so hyped up on Pimp, I was expecting a little bit more excitement. Not necessarily like on the level Pimp was, but excitement as something that'll keep me going. It's very decent, don't get me wrong. It's very decent. Like, I like it. It's cute, sweet, boy likes girl likes boy type vibe. I like warm Black love stories. That's the vibes I get from it.
I agree. It was just complicated. Like the back and forth relationships, the planned wedding, it was just so much that I feel like could have been avoided in the situation. So it was like, why does their love have to be so complicated, But I feel like the book is pretty decent. It's not where Pimp is, but it definitely is a lower level, and not in a bad way at all, to just calming down. Like, it's definitely a calm down, relax, casually reading this book, because that was like a huge conflict that went on. Just like how you watch a scary movie and then afterwards you might watch something chill like George Lopez or something. That's how this book is. Like, it's just something to read at this point, just to, relax your mind from what in the world happened from the last book, So that's kind of how I read it as. Plus, I love Black love, and I love seeing characters that are around the same complexion as well. Not to, judge any other relationships out there who has one person that's darker than the other, but Ryan Destiny is a beautiful woman who is of darker complexion, and Kofi is a darker complected guy himself. So I just enjoyed seeing the two together, because never fully imagined them two together. I don't know how it would be like, but it was really funny to add Keith in there as if they're not actually in a relationship.
Yeah, totally. Like, the thing is, I think it's because I really admire both people. Like, Ryan Destiny's such a beautiful woman. Kofi, such a handsome man. And I just like the two. And I mean, I never would think in like real life that they would actually like go together. But they are most definitely like a cute couple in the book. Like, I want them to succeed. I want them to be happy.
I agree.
I want them to thrive.
I know. I want them to be happy too. Oh. But I just can't wait for us to continue reading some more Wattpad books. And I honestly would recommend other people to check them out as well, just to, because a lot of us, especially myself, I used to read like crazy. Like, when I tell you, I used to read them werewolf books, okay? Werewolf books, vampire books, all that. It was no problem for me to just read and finish a book in 2 nights, you know? And now it's so hard for me to read books now that Wattpad just makes it easier for someone to just, you know, enjoy reading something that really interests them. And Wattpad gives you that opportunity. There isn't a time where it's like, I can't find a certain book. You're able to find something on Wattpad because everyone's personality, every author is different with what they want to write about. So it's like, it's not like you can't find anything on there.
Right. Absolutely. I feel like with Wattpad, the thing that makes Wattpad so special is like there's a book for everybody. Like, no matter what you're interested in reading about, there's literally a book for it. Like, I am big on fanfics, and you know, I love my Team Mindless because I was very obsessed with the book Mindless Behavior, the group Mindless Behavior. But also another fanfic that I was really obsessed on was Raven and Beast Boy. And I would read Raven and Beast Boy fanfics because, like, come on, like in the show Teen Titans, I really wanted them to like have the thing that Robin and Starfire had, and it's so cute. They were like polar opposites.
I know.
Raven was so mellow, and then there's Beast Boy, who's so animated. They like bounced each other out. It's so cute. And I would read the books, and it was everything. Like, don't come for me. They're great. Okay.
I'm not mad at you at all. I actually had a crush on Beast Boy too.
And who wouldn't? Like, come on, Beast Boy is Beast Boy.
Yeah, he's adorable. So I definitely see him with Raven for sure. So I completely agree with that. I do.
Absolutely.
I love it. And I hope that we can continue reading these Wattpad stories because it just, you know, it only makes the range stronger. And I feel like anytime I read a book from Wattpad, I just get this high school feeling, you know, that I haven't felt in a long time. The giggly feeling that, oh my gosh, like he made her like blush or whatever. He brought, like, I'm living through these stories like I used to when I was, you know, a teen. So I'm just really excited to see that childhood inside of me come out when I'm reading these stories. I like the feeling.
Absolutely. I agree. One thing, now that I'm older, because back when I was younger, Wattpad, you couldn't keep me off Wattpad. But now Wattpad is like, I don't know, it's like my I feel like I'm at the age where like I would want to drink wine while reading because that's just like my daily intake. Like, I need it. Like, the scandal, the drama, like, I need to read it. I have to. It's a necessity.
Yes, we love to see it. We read in these books in a very elegant way now. Instead of like drinking apple juice, we drink wine when we read our Wattpad stories.
Absolutely. We drink wine.
Yes,
I don't know what y'all sipping on, but we drink red wine over here.
Well, thank you so much, Chanel, for being here and sharing just a few of these books that we are, that we have interest in. Because I think it's amazing for us to continue reading and having our mini book club and wanting to read more stories and talk about them. And hopefully others can be like, if they're still reading Wattpad, I should too.
Yeah, like I'm thankful that you brought me here. Like I love discussing Wattpad and I love discussing characters and I love discussing like just everything revolving. I like this episode. Thank you for having me a part of it.
Oh, always and forever. You can definitely hop on the other episode I'm trying to do as well. Can't share it on here, but I think it would be cool for us to speak again in regards to, other topics that people might have interest in. So I'm super glad. Thank you so much for being here. And I love you so much. So I thank you.
No, thank you. Bye.
So, before you go, I want to thank everyone for being here and listening to this podcast. I care about you guys so much. If you made it to the end of the episode, thank you. And Chanel, take care. Be safe. Let me know how everything goes with school.
Thank you. I surely will.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.